Hello, hello, my kindergarten friends. Welcome to another fabulous day of art. Your art teacher, Mrs. O'Neill here. All right, today's art lesson, all right, we're going to keep it short and sweet because I know we just did a lot of big projects lately. And today I was looking through our Virginia Standards of Learning, right? So I was looking through our Virginia Standards of Learning when I was planning this project, and I was like, okay, the student needs to create works of art from observation. So what that means is the state of Virginia is telling me, hey, we want you to get kindergartners to practice drawing something from looking at it in real life. So basically what that means is for me, what I would do for this project is I would put out something on your table. So let's say we were together in a classroom. I would put something out on the table for you to draw, to practice drawing together. And this is how we would do it. All right. So I would probably, because I like things that are very fun and funky, I would probably select toys. Yes, toys. I know I just saw your ears perk up. You said, what? Toys? Yes, she's talking about toys right now. I would put toys on your table. Okay, we would have toys on your table, and this is my little T-Rex. All right, I've named him Bob. This is Bob the T-Rex. So this is Bob. He lives in the art room, and Bob is a little toy, and I'm going to draw Bob by looking at him. So I'm going to look at him, and then I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to draw what I'm seeing. All right, this is important for artists. You might be wondering, why are we doing this? Well, my kindergarten artist, we're doing this because a lot of artists make works of art from observation, from looking at something in real life and then drawing it. So it's good to get practicing, and like I said, I've never done this early, but it looks like that's part of our standards of learning, is they would like you to get started on practicing drawings from observation. So let's get to it. Okay, so you're looking at a toy, and so wherever you are at home, since we can't be together and I can't have like a bunch of like toys out in front of you right now, what we're going to do is you're just going to pick a toy that you have, maybe something that you love, or just an object. So, if you're not around your toys right now, maybe there's a vase of flowers nearby, or there's, somebody else might let you borrow something that they have, just an ordinary object, right, that you might have lying around. But if you're at a place where you can pick one of your toys, I think you should definitely choose one of your toys, because that's more fun to draw anyways. So pick an object, pick something. I'm going to pick Bob. He's a little toy that lives in here, right? So pick an object that you're going to draw. Okay, so pick a toy, right? You're going to put it on the table in front of you, or just put it in front of you for you to draw. Okay, so you're going to be looking at your toy the whole time when you're drawing. Remember, you've got pencil and paper right now, or you should have pencil and paper. If you don't already, go grab that, pause the video and grab some pencil and paper. All right, then play the video again so we can get started. So, all right, pencil and paper. You should have pencil and paper, okay? I'm going to be using this box right here is my paper, so pretend that this box that I've drawn on my whiteboard, this is my paper. This is going to be my pencil, all right? But you're using your pencil and paper. Look at the toy that you've chosen. Whichever toy, it could be a stuffed animal, it could be an action figure, it could be a truck, it doesn't matter. But just look at whatever toy that you've chosen, or object that you've chosen to draw. And I want you to find, what is the thing that you notice first when you're looking at this toy? What is the first thing you're looking at? When I look at Bob, I tend to look at Bob's head, just because Bob's head, the head on a T-Rex is kind of noticeable, right? He's got those sharp teeth. Right? That's the first thing I'm looking at. But you might say, oh, you know what? I'm holding my truck, and the first thing that I notice about the truck is the wheels, or the first thing that I notice about this Power Ranger is their head, or their body, or, legs, arms, right? Notice something that you're going to see first. This is how I always start my observation drawings. I pick a place to start, okay? So I'm going to pick a place to start. I'm going to start at his little head, because that's the first thing that I'm seeing, that I'm really noticing when I look at him, okay? So I'm going to look at him and say, okay, I'm going to start with his head. I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to draw that shape that I'm seeing. So just remember, this is practice. It's not going to be perfect, and that's normal. That's okay. This is just for us to practice right now, our observational drawing, okay? So even if your shapes, you're like, oh, that shape doesn't exactly look like that one, that's okay. The more you practice drawing this toy, the better you'll get at drawing this toy. So it just takes more practice. So I'm looking at it. I said, okay, I'm looking at his head. This is the kind of shape that I'm seeing for his head, right? I see on his head, I can even see some little details in there. I see an eyeball, right? You see his little eyeball right there, right? And he's got an eyeball like right here. He's got his sharp teeth right here. So I'm looking at all the little details that I see on him. I'm making sure that I include those. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle, a little dot in it for his eyeball. Got a little line under that. He's got some sharp teeth, some triangle sharp teeth. And make sure I draw those. Boop. He's got some lines on his neck. Oh, he's got a big line right there. He's got a little circle on his nose. There we go. So that's what I'm seeing when I look at his head. All right, next I'm going to say, okay, next I'm going to look at that body part connected to the head. This part right here. This part right here. All right, I'm going to go to that part. So go to the next part of your toy. After you've got that first part that you've drawn, go to the next part. Make sure you're looking at the toy while you're drawing it. So he's got a little arm that I can see right here. A little arm with little fingers, little claws there. All right. He's got a little tummy right here. So you're following those lines and you're doing those shapes as best you can. Remember, the most important part of this project, there's no real wrong way to do this project, my kindergarten friends. All I need you to do is look at the toy, look at what shapes you're looking at, and try to do those shapes on your paper. Okay? You got this. It's just for practice. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and do a tail out here. There you go. All right, and I'm going to look at those legs. See these legs that he's got? So his tail is a triangle, and I kind of did this triangle coming out right here. His legs, right, are a little bit stronger, so he's got like a nice big kind of oval right here, and an oval down here with a little foot on it. I'm going to do that. An oval, another little oval, a little foot, right? And then he's got another one that I can see, oval, oval, and foot. And there you go. And I might even add his little tummy. He's got a little tummy texture there, a little tummy. Boop. And that's my T-Rex, right? Okay, what I want you to do is I just want you to take some paper and some pencils, take a toy. You only have to do one for me, but if I would recommend that if you have more toys that you want to practice drawing, the more times you practice drawing from looking at something, the better you get at doing that. So, you know, do as many as you want to do there of practice drawing your toys. Okay, take a picture. At least one drawing of your toy. What would be helpful is if you can get in the picture, if you can get the picture and the toy in there so I can see what you were drawing from, that would be really helpful. But it's okay if you can't do that, if you can't get that to work. You could just describe the toy like in a comment or something. If you're on Seesaw, it would be a comment. If you're turning this in through Remind or to my email, you could just write it. But make sure you take a picture of the drawing of the toy, try to get that toy in there, and then you know, upload that. If you're on Seesaw, to this activity right here, you would respond to this activity with a picture of your artwork. If you want to turn in through Remind, you would do that. Take a picture, upload it through there, and send it to me. Or you could send it to my email address at ko_neil@stanton.k12.va.us. Remember to keep that KO apostrophe in there. All right, that kind of helps you to be able to, you know, get it to where it needs to go. All right, but send those to me. I'd love to see them. I'd love to see your practice with drawing your toys, because like I said, that's one of our big SOLs this year is to have you actually practicing drawing from looking at something. So make sure it's something that's in real life that you're looking at, that you can draw. All right, and like I said, just take a picture of it, send it to me. If you want it to count as one of your 3 projects due by October 15th. Those are for my friends who go to the school where the tiger is a mascot. So if you go to that elementary school where the tiger is the mascot, make sure you turn in 3 works of art by October 15th. If you've been sending in through Seesaw, that's pretty easy. You just look through. If you go to activities, you go to art, you click on the folder. So you click on like activities folder, go to the art folder, look through there, and you can kind of see your responses on there and just make sure that you have 3 works of art turned into me. And you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Have fun. I can't wait to see some of your practice drawings of your toys. And like I said, don't forget that when you're drawing this, the most important thing is you keep looking at your toy and the shapes of your toy, and then try to get those onto your drawing, okay? Practice gets you better at things, so keep trying. All right, bye!